Bang. All right, cool. All right, let's see, guys. What's the first thing you guys are doing? New week, fresh charts. Who can tell me? What's the first thing you guys are doing? Let's get a feel for the processes in here. Nobody. No one wants to answer what they would do first, huh? All right, all right. We're moving slow on this Monday. All right, cool. So first thing I would do, first thing I want to do, um, I want to look at Forex Factory. I want to see what's the news for this week, right? And I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this week's looking like a little bit of a minefield. I had seen a tweet too that there's a lot more stuff going on, like Trump is going to be meeting with Xi from China, right? So there's a lot of stuff that's going on. You can't hear anything? Oh, okay. I'm assuming you can hear now. I think it happens sometimes because of Spotify, honestly. But yeah, guys, so we're looking at the economic calendar, and yeah, it's looking dangerous, right? There's a lot of red folder news all the way throughout the entire week, so expect things to get kind of crazy. My my advice to the unexperienced, be an observer this entire week. Just because I mean, we got a new Fed chair coming in. Trump's gonna meet with Xi, which I mean that's a really big deal, right? China, there's a lot of conflict with them, right? We can't forget about the what is it, the rare minerals that they were choosing not to really sell to the US. So that honestly I think is gonna be a really big deal. And that's just on top of all the CPI, PPI, core retail sales. There's a lot of stuff going on, but if you're gonna trade, you should be aware of these news events, 8:30 a.m. for pretty much all of them. I probably wrong, but I think Trump's meeting with Xi on Friday. Can actually check real quick. Hmm. Oh, okay, so it's not gonna tell me the date, huh? To take place Thursday and Friday. Okay, so it's both Thursday and Friday. So you guys can expect, just judging off the past, Trump's probably gonna put out like tweets and stuff, and it's gonna affect the market. Um, so yeah, that's economic calendar out of the way. Let's get into something a little bit more interesting, right? Okay, so we did have a market structure break on the weekly, right? So for now, we're gonna be bullish until further notice. I, s- I mean, we can only hold on to this idea for so long, right? But I still think there's a possibility of something like this, mainly because NQ is at all-time highs and BTC is just not reacting with the same level of strength. Um, but at the same time, right, we don't want to pull a crypto capo, right? For those of you that are OGs and know who that is, we don't want to just be perma bears, right? Which we've been catching a lot of longs too, even though we have this idea. Um, but yeah, it's really important to stay fluid, right? And I think that the daily does a better job of of keeping you fluid, and um, weekly is still clean a lot of the times, but it's just not as adaptable as the daily, right? Um, so yeah, if we pull up on the daily, we took this short, right? Everybody should have, well, I'm not gonna say everybody should have traded it, but there was definitely an opportunity here for everybody to make some good chunk of change off these trades. We had this C2 closure paired with a reversal candle, right? Candle 3 expands lower, minimum target, the midpoint of candle 1 and candle one's low, right? And then we all had eyes on this fair value gap, right? And then what happens? We get into the fair value gap, we get a run of candle one's low, we close back inside candle 3, candle 4, both offer really, really nice long positions. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna take out this high. Just simple IRL, ERL stuff, right, guys? Um, so there was an opportunity there for a really solid trade. I think for this week, right, we got a lot of red folder news. I'm gonna be bullish based off of the premise that we are in a daily IRL to ERL. What else? We also have a really large reversal candle on the daily. And we also had an inversion, right? Which you guys should have locked onto this when it was created, right? Because we close above it, we don't reach the high, and as we're pulling back, right, is a really quick pullback, right? We pull back into what? Daily inversion, right? So we have this daily inversion, and like I tell you guys, when we hit a key level, I don't want price to be consolidating. When it's consolidating, um, yeah, I mean, it could still go my way, but it's not going to be high probability. I will not be as confident. When you guys are journaling your trades and stuff like that, ask yourself that question. Am I getting a V-shaped reversal or am I getting a consolidation? Right? V-shape, V-shape, right? Strong reactions out of the key levels. We want to see sensitivity to the levels that we put onto our charts, right? There's a lot of times where maybe we'll map out a specific high or a low, and then it taps it, and then it just goes, right? That's the kind of stuff that we want to be looking for. No consolidation stuff. We don't want to force anything. We want to be selective, right? When I take a trade, I'm looking for quality, not quantity. I want it to be a very high quality trade, and one of the requirements for a high probability trade is that V-shaped reaction, right? Even ICT himself, if you go back to his older stuff, he talks about the V-shape um, reversal. Actually, he talks about the V-shape and the W-shape, um, which that's that's another one, but I'm not gonna go over that because literally a W is just two V's, right? So double bottom, boys, pull up. Not just kidding. Um, but yeah, we do have a lot of low resistance liquidity on the sell side, right? Have some relative equal lows here. Maybe is there SMT there? Yeah, there is SMT there, so not that bad. I still think that we're gonna take out this high before anything. Um, let's see. Let's map out weekly open as well. Okay, so we're still below weekly open. Now, if we can get a change in stated delivery on this, that's going to be a really, really strong level. Can anyone tell me why? Can anyone tell me what's so special about this order block? Why I'm saying it's going to be a really good level? Any guesses? I like that. I That's not what I was thinking, but that's also a really good answer. Mm, so yeah, we'll use it for fuel for sure, but the reason, right, that that order block is particularly special is because of time, right? Weekly open is not a price signature, it's a time signature, right? Anytime you get a price signature forming right at a time signature, it's going to be particularly powerful. You know, the same way that if we went on to the yearly, right, which I know is a little bit of an extreme example, right? But yearly fair value gap, previous yearly low being swept, right? Um, we'll look at NQ as an example too. Yearly order block, right? We tap it and then we go. So remember that when we have weekly open, daily open, even session open, those signatures are going to be stronger because they have the element of time on them. As you guys continue to progress and grow as traders, you guys need to realize that time is really the most important factor, and I know that a lot of us we're trading crypto right now. Crypto is a 24-hour market, but even so, right? I don't need to do the demonstration anymore where I put the sessions on the chart so you guys can see that point be highlighted to you. I know you guys already know all this, but always keep that in mind that time, if you want to be like a super high probability trader, and for those of you that want to trade indices and um, gold and all those other markets, you have to you have to pay attention to time in multiple facets, right? Whether it be you're trading in a session, whether you only take longs under weekly open, right? Because under weekly open would be considered as discount, above it would be premium, right? So we can find discounts and premiums just based off of time signatures, no price involved, right? So remember, guys, that time is super duper important. It's more important than price. Um, and we'll start digging more into time stuff. It is very, very interesting. But yeah, so if we can get a change in stated delivery, it's in close proximity to weekly discount, that would be super duper solid. Um, so it's either we get change in stated delivery or we move back lower into these lows, which there's SMT there, so I doubt this will happen, but I do want to outline the potential scenarios that I think are likely to come to play this week. So it's either going to be CISD or sweep of these lows. That's what I'm thinking. And right now our daily inversion for value gap is going to be our kind of line in the sand. If we get a daily close below that, we're probably in, well, I'm not gonna say we're in trouble, but it's probably not bullish anymore. We'll have to ditch the idea, go for something else. Um, yeah, I could try. Although my artistic skills are not known for being very good. I'm only drawing like a rectangle and shit. It would look like that pretty much. I can't put the wicks on it, but it would look like that. Just a candle close above this level right here. Right? If we close above this opening price of this bearish candle like this, then we have our change in stated delivery, right? Just a close above. Nothing crazy fancy or anything like that. Just a close. 4 hour. We're on the 4 hour right now. We're so weekly open. This is just where the new week started, right? If I pulled up the weekly chart, it would just show you the opening of this candle. The opening of this candle is weekly open, right? Because if we think about it, every single bullish weekly candle, the best place to get in is going to be the lower end of the wick, right? AKA the manipulation of the weekly candle. So if we're bullish on this week, right, then we're still in manipulation. Any entries in close proximity to the lower end of this wick and close proximity to the open are ideal, right? So that's what I'm thinking for BTC. Um, any questions? Disagreements? Are we bearish? I don't know, Sneak is bearish. Um, this looks pretty, I mean, this looks like consolidation to me. Alright, why is it like that? There it is. Looks like consolidation to me. We did already run some lows, and we've got equal highs. Let's see, high coming in at, and remember guys, if you want to check the highs or lows, take a look up here. Top left has open, high, low, close. Anytime you hover over a candle. So let's see. The high here, 2,423 and 3/4, 2,423 and 3/4 minus 1 cent. So we do have equal highs here. That's going to definitely be my target. Yeah, yeah, and see that the nice thing about the approach that I've been trying to show to you guys is we could be wrong about that. We could be completely wrong about us being in a large market maker sell model. But so what? We've still been making money, right? Doesn't matter. For real, bro. Sneak is about to hit all-time highs. He's in premium right now. But yeah, definitely gonna use this. I think probably this inversion holds up as well. And we just got a change in state of delivery actually. So ETH is actually looking really good for a long. But OB. So right now we're in that order block. Um, yeah, so daily change in state of delivery, retest, take out previous daily low. We might get a candle 2 year. If we get a candle 2 year, I really think the longs will probably be really easy tomorrow. Invalidation would obviously be this low, right? Solana's doing the dance. Good old Solana. Can never counter out. Weekly C2. Weekly C3 bang. Very nice. Weekly change in state of delivery as well. Weekly inversion as well. Solana is actually pretty strong, surprisingly. Um, did we already hit this high? We did. Well, the next objective for Solana is going to be up here at, what is that, 106? Yeah, 106. Um, how we get there? Hmm. Um, I just gonna use this, honestly. I don't want to go to the 4 hour and let's take a little peek. It's actually not bad. Alright, we'll create two scenarios. Aggressive entry here, right? Because we're in premium. or conservative. A for aggressive, C for conservative. So we'll stick with that for now. Daily for value gap, H4 OB. And yeah, that's gonna be our plans. Let's see, hype. Mm, potential flashbang now is your warning. Wait, let's save this first. I could have swore we had some analysis on here. Why are we on pump? Where is it? Hype, hype, hype. There it is. Yeah, I knew we had something on here. So what is this? Daily? No, it's gotta be a weekly, right? Weekly for value gap. Weekly C2. Potentially, okay. So we got previous weekly low here. Previous weekly low. And we've got some ERLs. Ooh, that's kind of ugly. So we took out previous weekly low. This will probably be a continuation purge. This will probably be swept. Um, and I think it starts making a move up to these relative equal lows or highs, sorry. Um, how we get there, how we get there. Well, we already got an inversion off that key level, and we are getting a nice V-shaped reaction. So, to be honest, it probably just goes. Let's see though, maybe get a nice little retest, potentially. Nice candle 2 after taking out previous weekly low. So let's see. Still bullish on hype. Would really like to see this original consolidation taken out already. Hey, we're cooking on Euro, boys. Euro, crypto, gold, you name it, we're on it. But yeah, Euro's in good shape, just as we thought, right? Euro's on this buy side of the curve. We moved into this daily order block, popping out now. There is this order block. I'm not gonna bother to map it, to be honest. We also have this for value gap, but it's inside the order block. But we probably just head for those highs now, really. So probably next stop, $1.18 for euro. Let's take a quick peek at dollar. Yep. So dollar doing exactly as we thought. Daily IRL to daily ERL, and the other assets looking kind of bullish. After we come back to this low, if we dig deep into it, right? Not some little tiny sweep like this, but if we dig deep and we can come back up, then I'll be bearish. If we can sweep this low essentially, but with some strength, right? I don't want to just like 1 cent. We just took the low. I want like a decent move. Um, but yeah, we also got this daily change in state of delivery, so still bearish on dollar, but nice to see it's moving in the anticipated direction. Alright, Euro's done. Let's take a look at gold. What do we got here? Is that daily? Daily inversion, daily change in state of delivery. I'm really happy that we got the right key level, right? Right to the tick, bang, with the sweep, Kobe, change in state of delivery, inversion fair value gap, and we hit our target. Next target would be up here, of course, but yeah, nice to see. Silver. Silver's doing the dance. I'm not going to do anything on silver unless somebody specifically asks me to. Oil, I'm still not sure, but I know we're going to get $200 a barrel, bro. There will be no peace deal. So I'm going to wait for this inversion to happen, and then I'll start getting long on oil. AVAX. I don't want to. Like, if you guys want to look at AVAX, I will, but some of these coins I just I'm not a big fan of. 4 hour fair value gap held up pretty nicely. Yeah, I mean, not ideal reaction down here, but we are on the buy side of the curve for sure. Weekly fair value gap was the level, and we've expanded quite a bit now. And notice, right, the fair value gaps that we had mapped out when we're on the buy side of the curve, they're being respected, right? Um, so yeah, still moving in our anticipated direction. Very nice. Yeah, we could do ton for sure. Inside information, huh? Well, it seems like my inside information is probably useless to you now, considering we've had these god candles put in. But yeah, so this would be the slightly aggressive entry, obviously, because we have multiple fair value gaps. I don't think, just from eyeballing it, I guess it is in discount. Um, this would be the riskier entry, and this would be the more conservative one. So you can start looking for entries, you know, after this candle 2 closes. You could even look now and trade C2. But I would probably advise it's best to wait at least for a candle 2, and then we'll probably go for these highs. Um, but remember that the discounted fair value gap down here is going to be ideal. This is aggressive. Put a little A for aggressive and C for conservative. Yeah, no problem. Let's see 1 hour real quick. I think if we get a 4 hour change in stated delivery here, it's probably just going to go for the highs. But if it doesn't, then I think maybe it will dig deeper into the discount. Let's see though. Where were we? Still waiting for Zcash to come all the way back down here to our level, which is a little bit bigger now. So we're just gonna have to wait for that, right? Totally worth the wait though, probably, right? Last time we waited, we got a really big move. Yeah, so he's not coming back to that level, boys. Luncy, I think we did on a different chart. I don't even know what was being cooked over there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what we were cooking right there. Let's go back to that previous chart. Let's see, do we have anything for Sui? No, for Luncy? Yeah, we do. I knew it. Alright, so we're talking about this order block being aggressive and this fair value gap down here being conservative. Looks like we took the order block. C2 close right here. Candle 3, nice move. Wait for that change in stated delivery, and then you could probably take that trade all the way up into here, I would imagine. Inside candle. Where? Did I skip it? I don't know. I missed it. Like unless you're talking about this candle right here, which so far yeah it is an inside candle. Which remember guys, inside candles just tell us when we're likely to get some really big expansion soon. I'm really surprised that this is failing right now, to be honest. Because fertilizer is like should be easy trades right now because 2/3 of all the fertilizer in the world goes through the Strait of Hormuz. That's why you see a lot of energy and like farming stocks going up right now. But I guess this failed, and the guy who showed this stock to us is gone forever. Let's take a look at Kickass's favorite chart, the feet chart. Um, ooh, we got a lot of liquidity up here. Well, we're definitely booking it for that high. Mm, price is a little choppy right now. Honestly, I think we just use this daily order block and then wait for a 4-hour change in state of delivery is what I would do. So maybe CISD from here. This is already an order block. So let's see. If, I mean, it looks like it's still aggressive right now, so it should be able to use those to go higher, at least up into here, right? Let's see though. Saga. Damn, man. All of these AI coins are just popping off. Mm, well, keep in mind, right, that this thing has already been pumping massively, so this is a little bit aggressive. But we do have a nice order block for a value gap combo. So something like this. Nothing complicated, right? Nice and simple. Rave. Uh, let me see. Let me do my standard deviation projection. Yeah, we're going to 0. Equal lows. Take them out. Yeah, it's going to 0. So Bio did the dance, but as I always tell you guys, right? That midpoint of the market maker model is your low-hanging fruit target, right? It doesn't have to hit a home run, which it didn't. But we were still right about the key level. That's nice. Um, mm, we disrespected this inversion. I think if this low gets taken out, we'll have to reconsider what's gonna happen here because we could start to go all the way down to discount again, which I suppose is not that far, but I would be eyeing this for a value gap. If we disrespect this low, I'd be looking for this one. So let's wait and see. And I think we already did dot, right? Think so. Maybe, maybe not. There's no annotations on it. Well, we did get a change in state of delivery. This is not an A plus order block by any means, but it's not really giving us a lot to work with here. Ideally, we pull back all the way to here. Probably won't happen. I would say keep an eye on this low because if this is not going to be a swing low and we actually come back down and take it, then we're probably for sure going here. But if it holds it, then it will probably just continue to go up. But yeah, I don't really see anything too actionable at the moment. But yeah, I think that we've pretty much covered everything, right? Is there anything else that you guys wanted to look at? Any questions? Now is the time. What a beautiful song to slowly close out the stream to. Trump coin? I'm assuming you mean Trump coin and not World Liberty Fi, right? Oops. Okay, digging into that fair value gap, potential C2 here. I would say let's wait for the day to close. If we close daily C2, then I think that this high is up for grabs. Sismus with the buzzer beater four stalker. Let's see it. Riot. We're looking at some mining. Bro, I'm typing in USDT. Come on. Sheesh. Mining stocks are moving better than crypto itself, bro. I mean, I don't. At this point, that shit's already gone, man. I I guess like the best entry you're probably getting here is gonna be somewhere in this fair value gap that gets formed, but it's not ideal because we've cleared so much liquidity. I guess we still have this, but we're so close to it. If we can pull back from here, that would be perfect because then we would leave these relative equal highs and then we'd get a fair value gap, IRL to ERL, nice and validation point somewhere below this ERL. Yeah, BT, Bit Digital. Wow, this thing sucks. Actually no, that's a weekly chart. I will be looking for this for sure, for sure, for sure. That's so nasty. There it is. Something like that. But we need to pull back, obviously, right? Whatever ERL we do leave behind, that's the one that would be targeted. What else? ASTS. Space Mobile. What is this, like a cell phone or something? They had earnings today. Hmm. Uh, I like this right here. Order block paired with a volume imbalance. So we need a pullback to get in, which apparently in the after hours we're already here, so it's kind of nice. Yeah. Anything else, boys? All good? All right, cool. Let's wrap this up. Um, look at the 3M though. At ATS 3M. Where's 3M? 3 mil? What are we talking about here? Ah, the 3 month quarterly chart. That is very nice. That is indeed very nice. One of the most underrated time frames, the 3 month, the quarterly. Yeah, I mean that looks pretty good. I don't really know what this is, but yes, Chemo, I promise we'll look at Fartcoin tomorrow. Satellites, interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a stock like that. For real, bro, that's so funny. Fartcoin tomorrow? Yes, can go to Fartcoin tomorrow. All right, boys, let's get this all nice and wrapped up. I really appreciate you guys pulling up for the stream. It's the beginning of the month. It's the most important time to be here, honestly, so that we can plan accordingly for the rest of the week, get our plans in, and then watch them unfold per usual. No problem, guys. Thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, G's.